Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello dear students and welcome to CET JEE classes of continuity. So let us begin with the first example for the day. Find the values of A and B if f of x is equal to minus 2 sin x where x is less than or equal to minus pi by 2 and A sin x plus B whereas x is in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and cos x f of x is equal to cos x if x is greater than or equal to pi by 2 is continuous. So, what you need to find is the values of A and B if the function f of x is continuous. The values of A and B respectively are given in option A, B, C, D. Well, now you are very familiar with the questions of this type. You just have to check the continuity at minus pi by 2 because at minus pi by 2 the function is broken up, okay, and at pi by 2 also the function is broken. So, first at x is equal to pi by 2 minus pi by 2, alright, then we will go to pi by 2. So, first at minus pi by 2 you have the function broken up as minus 2 sin x when x is less than or equal to minus pi by 2 and A sin x plus B if x is greater than minus pi by 2. So, you have to find the left hand limit and right hand limit and the left hand and right hand limits must be equal. Why? Because it is given that function is continuous. So, if the function is continuous all the three conditions satisfy, correct. F of A exists, limit also exists and limit of f of x at x tends to A will be equal to f of A. So, in the second condition we have limit exists. So, when does the limit exist? If left hand limit is equal to the right hand limit. So, if a function is continuous both the limits must be equal. So, we will take that condition here. So, what is left hand limit? Limit x tends to A minus, now the point is minus pi by 2. So, minus pi by 2 minus left side of minus pi by 2, in other words less than minus pi by 2 f of x. Okay. So, what do you substitute in place of f of x here? F of x for minus pi by 2 minus you have to substitute minus 2 sin x for all the values of x for all the values of x which are less than minus pi by 2 you have f of x as minus 2 sin x. So, write minus 2 sin x over here and then apply this limit. So, applying the limit to this function is straightforward, you do not get infinity there. So, directly put minus pi by 2, you do not get 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, you will not get indeterminate form. So, directly you can substitute. So, if you put minus pi by 2 what will happen here, you see this is minus 2 sin minus pi by 2, correct. So, that means you have to use sin of minus x formula. So, what is sin of minus x? Minus sin x. So, sin of minus pi by 2 is minus sin pi by 2 which becomes minus into minus will be plus sin pi by 2 and sin 90. What is sin 90? Sin 90 is 1, right. So, that will be 1 here, hence the answer is 2. So, that is about left hand limit. So, what did we get left hand limit as? So, we got it as 2. So, let me write that here and then continue with the right hand limit. Now, so when I go to right hand limit I have to take limit as x tends to minus pi by 2 plus f of x and in place of f of x, what do you substitute now? Look at this, minus pi by 2 plus. Minus pi by 2 plus means x is greater than minus pi by 2. So, if x is greater than minus pi by 2, f of x is a sin x plus b. So, let me write a sin x plus b. Alright, now you put minus pi by 2 over here. Alright, so that is sine of minus pi by 2 and plus b. Well, sine of minus x is minus sin x, so that is minus a sin pi by 2 plus b, and finally substitute sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1, sin 90 is 1, so minus a into 1 plus b, that is minus a plus b. So, what is the right hand limit? The right hand limit is minus a plus b or b minus a. Alright, now since the function is continuous, you must have left hand limit and right hand limit equal. So, since f is continuous, so what follows is left hand limit and right hand limits are equal, which means 2 is equal to minus a plus b, which is like minus a plus b is equal to 2. You can take it as first equation. Well, so from the first point, that is minus pi by 2, you got one equation. Is it sufficient to find the values of a and b? No, it is not. So, we have to get the second equation in terms of a and b, and then we can solve two equations to get the values of a and b. So, what we have to consider next is the left hand and right hand limits at pi by 2. So, let me write that equation on the top here. So, the first equation that we got is minus a plus b is equal to 2, that is the first equation. So, now let us analyze the left hand and right hand limits at x is equal to pi by 2. So, what is LHL first? LHL is a limit as x tends to pi by 2 minus f of x, and replace f of x. So, pi by 2 minus, which means when x is less than pi by 2, a sin x plus b is f of x. So, a sin x plus b. So, this is straightforward. A sin pi by 2 plus b sin pi by 2 is 1. Okay, I am not going to write all the steps here. So, that is a plus b. So, left hand limit is a plus b. Now, let us check right hand limit. So, in the right hand limit, what is f of x? So, if x is greater than pi by 2, f of x is cos x. So, in place of f of x, let us substitute cos x. Now, once again apply the limit straight away. So, that is cos pi by 2 and cos 90. Cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, right. So, that gives you the second equation. Okay, since function is continuous, LHL must be equal to RHL, which tells you that a plus b is equal to 0. So, these are the two equations that we have got. This is the second equation. Alright, now let us write those equations together. The second equation is a plus b is equal to 0. So, solving 1 and 2. So, how do you solve? Yeah, that is a simple thing, just add them. When you add, minus a and plus a will get cancelled, and this will be 2b and 2 plus 0. So, b is 1. Now, if b is 1, correct. So, what should be a then? Right. So, substitute b here. So, minus a plus b is equal to 2 is what we have, and we need the value of a. The value of b is 1, so this is my 2. So minus a is equal to 2 minus 1, which gives you minus a is equal to 1, hence a is equal to minus 1. Well, so a is minus 1 and b is 1. Minus 1 comma 1 is the answer, and that's in the option B. Therefore, option B is the answer for the first question. Well, I hope you understood this pretty clearly, right? So, since the function is continuous, left hand limit and right hand limits must be equal at minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, and in all other places it must be same. All right. So, the point of contention is only here. So, at that point we have to check the limits. Well, so let's move to the next question.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.